Hey, Dr. Tyler Williams at Better Sleep SLC, and you're watching this video because you have some questions about sleepiness, or why you're tired all the time, or why your loved one's tired all the time. And today we're talking about the Epworth Sleepiness Scale. So the Epworth Sleepiness Scale, you've probably seen it, or maybe you've taken it, and it's 8 or so questions that kind of ask you on a scale of 0 to 3 of how tired do you get when you do certain activities. And then you give yourself a rating, right? And typically if you're a 0 to 7, then you're pretty low. 8 or 9 is kind of where people normally are. Okay, and then you get to the 9 to 15 range, which would be, you're going, hey, there's probably an issue here, and then 16 to 24, that's high. Okay, so the highest you could get would be a 24, because if you got a 3 on all 8 questions, then you'd be at a 24, which is, you're kind of off the chart at that point. And it's a great assessment to take. I've taken it before because I'm kind of in that middle range myself. If I lie down in the afternoon, or if I'm in a car ride in the back seat on a warm day, I'll fall asleep really easily, and so when I score myself, I'm kind of in that middle range, right? And I've been screened for sleep apnea and tested, and although I haven't been diagnosed with sleep apnea, my tests have come back fine so far. It's just one of those things where there's a higher chance that I could develop it in the future, so I have to be aware of what that means. And that's the whole point with these screening tools, is they're not the end-all be-all, right? Another one we talked about in another video is called the Stop Bang. So if you have questions on that, you can watch some of our other videos that talk about the Stop Bang. But the Epworth is a great tool because it measures how sleepy are you during the day, because excessive daytime sleepiness is very common in people with sleep apnea. That being said, we have quite a few patients who score very low on the Epworth Sleepiness Scale, and they still have sleep apnea. And oftentimes that can be, someone who's younger, or, you can be middle or older age, but in good physical shape, where sometimes you're not sleepy during the day. And maybe because you're so busy and active, you don't have time to sit around and be sleepy, so you don't totally know. But it's a great tool to figure out and rule out some other factors. So you can look at this a couple different ways. If you score really low on it, and you've had a home sleep test or an in-lab sleep test, and you've met with a board-certified sleep physician to go over those tests, then you're probably fine, and you probably don't have sleep apnea, right? Because you've had a couple things point in the right direction. On the other hand, if you score low on an Epworth Sleepiness Scale, but you don't sleep well, and you don't feel well rested, or someone tells you you gasp during the night, or you snore, then you probably want to get some additional testing done to see what that means. Sometimes people who are, just have a lot of energy and are in good shape, but you have a little airway, can cause you to snore or have sleep apnea, and you still may score low on the sleepiness scale, okay? The other way is, you might score really high, and it doesn't mean you have sleep apnea. However, as I mentioned with my example, because I'm kind of in that middle range, I have to just manage and monitor that well, because I have a higher risk or likelihood of developing sleep apnea in the future, and I need to stay tuned to that, because those might be some indicators of what could happen if I wasn't taking care of myself, or I wasn't getting tested regularly and following up on these things. So if you'd like a copy of the Epworth Sleepiness Scale, we actually have a book that explains more about it, and there's a 2-page version that's a little more elaborate than just the 8 question version. It goes into some more on your medical history and those kind of things. So if you'd like a copy of that, please give us a call or text us at the office, or you can swing by. We have a couple extra copies here of the booklet right now. It's called Sleep Like You Mean It. It's a book I wrote about sleep disorders and headaches and TMJ disorders, and we hope that helps you on your journey to find the answers that you're looking for. And thanks for watching this video. We'll see you on the next one.